Sideline of goal! Blake Widow's doing it! They're gonna take! He's gonna bring down Burning! Almost with a double kill! Dropping fast! Monopoint's there! He's still alive! Wait, second slide! He's got one slide! He's got a second! He's taking it! They're overtime! On three! They're all dead!
Everyone, welcome back. Okay, we are in day 12 now of the Summit 2 by G2A.com Europe Division, and we're back and underway. It's been very, very hectic so far. My goodness. Game number 1, super intense. We had a bit of audio troubles with my connection here to my co-caster Rio Boris. We had to step away from Skype, and now we have stepped into a new piece of software that's been provided to us from Cyborg Matt. Shout outs to him for helping us out. So let's give it a whirl. Rio Boris, are you there? Am I coming in loud and clear to you?
Yes, you are, sir.
All right, I'm also adjusting my audio levels on the fly. So why don't you give us a very, very brief insight to last game, because I know you didn't have a moment to give your 2 cents on how it went. So give me the Cliff Note version.
Cliff Note. Well, TPs are very important to have. Duly noted for Wisp and Slark relocates. That's the one. And then Slark not going at the Soul Blade almost cost him the game. And then he almost got picked off without buyback. It almost cost him the game. And then he made a big play, and then he got out, and then Wisp relocated, and big play won the game.
All right, so there it is. Big plays coming out from Power Rangers to pull the game back from what felt like the brink, with a huge turnaround, getting a hold of both of those racks in the mid and top lane. And ultimately from there, they just, juked and jived around and eventually hit it home by finally taking down the big bad shrine, and Medusa was actually slain. So one of the few opportunities we've gotten to see that happen when a Medusa gets to a pinnacle point of farm. But like you said, TPs, man, they're just that much more important. But we got already our game number 2 underway. Power Rangers are back again after winning that first game. They now sport a 4-3 record in the Summit 2. And now they're going to be taking on Fnatic, who is currently 2-5. So Fnatic are not doing so hot right now. They desperately need a couple of wins to at least put themselves into a position where maybe tiebreakers could come in, and they could be able to fight for one of those top 4 spots. It's going to be a big test, though, because Power Rangers, man, it's very clear that they make some strong calls and can look to bring the game back. But they're going to have their hands full, as it looks like they're going to be going against another Medusa and another Ogre combo, as Fnatic get a hold of Ogre, Medusa, Witch Doctor, and for Power Rangers, they get a hold of the Skywrath Mage, Legion Commander combo, and also get a hold of the Anti-Mage this time. So we do get to see Power Rangers benefit from grabbing the AM, now looking to go toe-to-toe with that Medusa.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that they didn't actually ban out the Anti-Mage this game. And, well, there we go. We have a Dazzle being picked up. Going to be allowing for that, maybe that shallow grave, or just, taking out the armor. You can push the wave faster if you heal, and maybe get the fast tower at the bottom lane, depending on it. But it's also could be for if they go aggressive, maybe try and help the Anti-Mage down, because, well, it's still strong. All he needs is like a poor man's shield, and then you have the Skywrath with his nukes constantly. And they can make a turn on anybody who wants to play aggressive, so you have to be careful. A Dazzle, though, it's not really helping out for locking down the Medusa. They got a Legion Commander for that, and then I think late game secured. Because of the Anti-Mage, it's not exactly a textbook, but it seems like Anti-Mage always wins out in Medusa. I just want to see if Medusa can, change that around this time.
Yep. We'll see how it works out, because Power Rangers did hold their own, not benefiting from an AM last game and just going with the Slark, and managed to pull out some better playmaking and not really having to deal with the Medusa head on, and kind of guided her about and made it work that way. This time, though, they'll be able to take him on. Dazzle's going to bring the extra sustain to help him out. Also, Dazzle can help out a Legion Commander with a strong dual in. She'll feel that much more confident with her lockdown potential. Follow that up already with your Skywrath Mage and Mystic Flare. It's kind of like the poor man's Faceless Void without even needing it, and that kind of factor. And we saw it in good hands there, as they did rep the Legion Commander previously in the jungle. I believe Cheshire Cat was the one to rep it. So that was a bit unorthodox for your typical Legion Commander play. And if they roll with that again, I'm curious who their downright offlaner would be. Last time Bane had to kind of hold his own, and they let Medusa just have free will early in the game. But they did ultimately come back, so that was a big deal for them. Fnatic now move on to their secondary support. They get a hold of a Jakiro, so you're slowly seeing now a bit of more push power be brought forward. You already have Witch Doctor, who has great great sustain with his Voodoo Restoration, which is a ridiculous heal, as we've seen in these past couple of games, and not just today, but from yesterday I saw it was Cloud9 who picked it up, and Aoi just pulled off some huge saves, even with the level 1 Voodoo Restoration. It was just ridiculous. So it has great healing potential, and Jakiro, well, we already know what great Jakiro can do already with Liquid Fire, and he can also be pretty universal as far as what role he can play, so it's hard to really say where he's going to be right now, because we already have an Ogre, Witch Doctor, and Jakiro. We could see a core Ogre who could potentially be mid lane, let's say, and then have a support Witch Doctor Jakiro duo. We could have Jakiro obviously also play in a maybe aggressive tri-lane situation along with the other two. So any wages for yourself as far as where 3 of these Intel heroes are going to end up?
A shout out, I was going to do it, shout out to Universe
Radiant
for innovating
team pick.
Jakiro offlane. And I'm most likely going to be seeing that. You could also see the Medusa in the mid lane, but I think they'll try to protect her and try to get another space creator / semi-carry for the mid lane for Fnatic. And, well, we still didn't even mention the press the attack being buffed up on the anti-mage, constant heals. Plus, can you put press the attack on a BKB unit? I don't think you can.
10 seconds
That would
remaining.
be kind of OP, because I don't know if Anti-Mage is going to go that this game, but I don't even know if he needs to. But yeah, press the attack if Anti-Mage has even a hard-on as an item.
Reserve time.
He has a hard-on? What?
Doing a lot of... No, if he's got a heart in the later stages of the game.
All right, he might have a hard-on for Medusa later on, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We'll
Very
see him
attractive young lady.
With this 5th pick, though, from Power Rangers, we'll see them really, this will really give out what the game plan's going to be. I have to feel like that some of the heroes are rather squishy. We don't have some sort of big meat for your meat and potatoes kind of a lineup right now, you know? Got that sweet late game dessert of anti-mage, but, you know, we got a little bit of that, starch over here, Skywrath Mage, your asparagus, if you will, but we need someone who's like the big T-bone, you know? Come on. We got to get someone to bring it all together.
Can I get the Dota 2 hero list up, please, Call Guy? Hurry, please.
I'm
hurry
not going
fast.
to do that. No. No wages here.
Okay,
There's still primary grabs that are still available in the pool, but the problem that makes it more tricky is we don't know what the roles are going to be. Legion Commander is just too universal of a hero, along with Jakiro, that it could be pretty much laned anywhere. I mean, my first wager was off lane, but now they get a hold of the Lina.
Would have never guessed that.
My spicy lady
That's
friend.
a mid Lina.
Mid Lina, huh? You don't think a mid Legion Commander? It's been done before.
No. They did it off lane last game, so I trust in them doing it off lane this game.
Well, I trust that they might switch things up. Maybe they're keeping Fnatic guessing. It's not like Fnatic probably were watching the last game, you know?
They were. That was a long game.
Yeah. And we'll have to see. Yeah, unfortunately, we're obviously pretty behind. I mean, behind the schedule just kind of is truly living up to its name, but it's kind of been out of our hands. We had
because your pauses all
there was
the time.
there was lots of pauses, lots of delays to get started. Between the two games, obviously, we had to quickly throw together a new program. Once again, shout out to Cyborg Mac with helping us out with that, because Skype was just having way too many issues. It was on my end, obviously. I don't think it was on your end at all, Ryu. It was my end.
5 seconds
but we got a new situation set up now. It should be all easy breezy. I hope I don't jinx it though. And to finish out this personal draft, it's going to be Fnatic getting a hold of Templar Assassin. And Arise immediately grabs it up, the snowball mid lane hero. And if indeed is going to be going toe-to-toe with Lina, I don't know, man. That's going to be a bit tricky for Lina. And Refraction should be able to hold pretty nicely here. With the exception of the Mystic Flare, there's not a whole lot that can burn it down too easily. So a Templar Assassin looks like a pretty sweet grab for Fnatic.
Yeah, it's a good hero here. The one problem with Fnatic's lineup, though, is that they do lack initiation. So you're basically waiting for Jakiro to get the Ice Path up, to get the Yule Scepter, maybe hope for some Witch Doctor cast bounces and the Templars flow. But the one thing is, with this TA pickup, now they have secured Roshan almost, maybe if they get a DD rune, or by 10-15 minutes if they find themselves in a position where they can just
5 seconds
most likely take it. But the Lina should be okay mid. Like you said, she could have a hard time, but you have to think in mind. Okay, so she's gonna have Fiery Soul too, and she's gonna have the range on TA, so she can constantly put out that harass. It's gonna depend on the runes and maybe some rotations.
All right, and there she is, well decorated as well. Man, look at the set. She is a sight to behold right now, as she is indeed taking herself straight down that mid lane. And we'll see if it is going to be Shachklo who does try to hold their own. This is very unorthodox, something I haven't seen in quite a while. Maybe if this was like Han, back in the Han days, playing like a Pyromancer in the mid lane, that was something that was pretty much top priority, but something very unusual and outside the box, and it's going to keep Fnatic guessing quite a bit. Is it something I'm sure they're also very unfamiliar with? But as we do hop into here, we're in the game right now. It's game number 2 of 6 matches we have for you today on the Summit 2 by G2A.com Europe. And I'll lead things off with some introductions on your Radiant side for Power Rangers. On the top lane is Cheshire Cat, and who is indeed lingering around the off lane on the Legion Commander. Last game didn't hold here too long. Eventually just kind of opted to be in the jungle. We'll see how he decides to hold it up. Mid lane, it is going to be Shachklo playing your Spicy Lina. On the bottom, we're going to have Mr. J4. We're going to be playing your Skywrath Mage. It's going to be Ditya Ra, who had the MVP Slark from last game. Now going to be playing your AM. Side by side again, of course, with Dazzle, who's going to be played by Sonico on the Dazzle. And that will round out your Power Ranger squad.
The battle begins.
Alright, we've got MVP Rise, Kappa. Oh, darn it. Pause the game. Now I have to do a slow introduction.
Yep, now make it nice and long-winded and slow. Man, oh man, these guys are just dishing out the pauses like it's love. Jesus, take it easy.
Well, we might have a dual lane. He's got Boots Ogre, so that'll be interesting. Boots Jakiro, played by Ace in the off lane. So the two twin-headed friends are going to be matching up here.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
That's
they 4 heads on bottom.
Go on a date. Yeah, they can each maybe think of something dirty. Okay, whatever. Okay, moving on. We have a Rise playing the TA in the mid lane. She's got some Egyptian looking nice right now.
Look at this real quick.
We have some either Egyptian or a gypsy. What do you think it is? You got a lot of bling.
The dreaded Bravos guys. I don't know. Very fruity, I guess, if you will.
Alright, we got Crit USA playing the Witch Doctor, zoning out the Legion Commander, and we have Hani playing the Medusa in the top lane farm.
Hani has been changing roles a lot. Obviously, their roster on Fnatic has been changing just as much, so it's pretty understandable. He's like the last true Fnatic member, I guess, if you want to say. Is now it's more of a Fnatic / MYM kind of a hybrid team, but still holding their own, looking to battle back. They need a win. They're 2-5, so they'll take any win they can get. If they win out, maybe it puts them into a good tiebreaker kind of a situation, possibly, depending on the performance, of course, of other teams. But here we go, toe-to-toe. Lina and Templar Assassin. She eats that immediate Light Strike array, which did receive a pretty nice buff. This hero's been receiving a lot of buffs through all the patches, including, like, further attack range, now a quicker cast point. Her Laguna Blade got an Agnum's buff at one point as well. It's such an interesting hero to see, constantly brought up more and more, and we're slowly seeing her eased in to more and more teams' lineups. And we're having a bit of a tiff here at the top lane. We got Cheshire Cat, who's happy to duke it out, but Crit using that early advantage of the Voodoo Restoration. That's what I'm talking about. It's not taking a whole lot of mana for him to just get himself right back to full life. It's pretty out of control right now, and he's still going to zone him back right now.
Yeah, this is a man fight right here. And they're almost both out of tangos.
This is like chicken right here.
He has 2 clarities though, so he's gonna win out on this trade. I don't know if he's gonna bring anything to him. Lina almost has her bottle.
So this bottom lane, this is another lane you don't get to see very often. The two headers. And the two headers. Yeah, Ogre eating a lot of harassment, but he's got that supreme stat right at the start, and with that 6 armor. And already we're going to see a wager at the runes, both sides. Bottom lane, you see the 4 intels looking to duke it out on the bottom. Who's going to grab it? Shakiro right on top of it. Illusion grab at the top. Oh, Courier, careful.
That was a haste rune.
Squawkins.
Could have probably killed him. He's got 8 tangos now. So it's a battle of the region,
Yeah, he knows he's getting harassed very, very hard, allowing Hani to get that space to just kind of take advantage of the CS. At 13, now 14, tied with the Lina in the mid lane, who's really taking it to TA. TA is 8-1. Now she has the advantage to kind of go for the farm, but Lina's off to a very, very strong start. Went with the immediate null, so her right click is pretty nice, near 70 damage, so really taking it to her, even though TA is taking advantage of that extra bit of bonus now, 66 plus 40. Still struggling a bit, as she's also taking advantage of all her nuke potential to bring down that extra bit of CS.
Yeah, the range is is definitely there for the Lina to win this matchup, just in the harassment standards. And bottom lane, with that illusion, are they going to go on this? They have the heal.
Ooh,
No,
they
don't
want
have
it.
the heal.
Arcane bolts aplenty coming out. The dragon's pretty low, but AM will not pursue on this one, just doing instead heavy harassment. AM's going with the 1-1-1 to lead things
But they have a
off.
stun top, and they have Hani, who doesn't have Mystic Snake. Oh, if he had Mystic Snake, they would have got this kill. One more right click, one more right click.
Oh.
Hani,
Got it!
yes.
Wow.
Alright.
Really pulled out Cupid's arrow for that one to get the long stretch of the last right click. That secures first blood for Fnatic, who will strike first, and it goes into the pocket of probably the best person to get it, and your Medusa grab. So, very promising start here for Fnatic, as they've been zoning out Cheshire Cat very hard in this top lane, though he's not going against the aggro, or not an aggro, but a tri-lane this time, so he hasn't opted to pull back into the jungle this time. So, just going to kind of take the long walk of shame back towards that top lane, and hopefully back into a little more XP and CS to get underway, so he can start building into an initiator, getting a hold of at least some sort of extra sustain with the power treads, and maybe a blink dagger in the near future. But here we go, it's 4 minutes, it's time to have another engagement. They clash here on the bottom. Oh boy, they're really going at it hot and heavy. It's going to be a bounty quickly snagged up by your Ogre. And Jakiro's kind of dancing by the Roche pit, taking advantage of that fog moment, but now they're on the retreat back as AM is also joins the party. They get the stun there on the Dazzle. Dazzle has no shallow grave, does have the heal, and the poison touch for now. They heal up, no one's going to fall there, as Ogre is just too much of a beefcake. Not going to be taken down so easily.
Both of these heroes have, they're 10 HP apart. No, like 6. They're both level 2, yeah. They're 20 HP apart. That's just crazy, and they're only level 2. They have starting off with like 600 plus HP. They don't even have any stat items, really.
And Ace has
Just
a Tranquil, so he even has big armor. 6 armor. That thrown together, so. They can take the punishment. Keep fighting. Not a big deal. They're trying their best to at least put up something, so Anti-Mage isn't going to have too easy of a time, but for now he is. I mean, 24-8. Pretty respectable start, and he gets the early ring of health, and actually is handing it off to Dazzle briefly. Give him a little bit of extra regen, but I imagine that's the early makings of immediate Battle Fury to kind of accelerate that farm a little bit further.
So, yeah, they'll probably get that. But the thing is, Hani's going for like a really greedy build here or something. He's going for stats right now. He's got I think he has 2 in stats.
No snake at all.
And well, he didn't even get his ulti. Nothing for you. Points.
Yeah, he's
That's
just
4
like,
points plus 2 stats, I think. Yeah, he didn't get even. He just skipped his ulti.
interesting. Not fearing any
Really
sort of
weird.
potential engagement or not even looking to make something happen. Well, mid lane. The Light Striker Ray does land. Nice stun here. Arise might be in trouble. Forced to pull out the Invis. They don't have detection yet, so he quickly bottles up, but he's going to make it out from this one. I don't know. They
That's
followed
what
up with
might
the
be
stun.
in
Nice
trouble
refraction
here.
timing.
Radiant's
Can he at least try to
middle
burst
tower
down
is
Lina? Oh, one more right click. It gets it done. They trade 1 for 1. Though Arise is able to take down the pesky, spicy Lina before he also falls. Wow, what an engagement.
Lina, if she just right clicked her, she would have killed her. That's she just like panicked because like, okay,
Yeah.
she might just stay in invis and wait for the refraction, so she started to move, and then she didn't turn around and attack her when she came out of Melt Strike.
Very
That's
unfortunate.
a big play for the TA.
The difference of manning up is just 1 auto attack. That's all it takes. Haste is going to be on the bottom. Ogre's going to bodyguard it out for Arise, who's on the way. No one from Power Rangers looking to contest just yet. Dazzle's nearby, but he's not bothering with it. And Arise should be able to quickly bottle this up. He shares a little bit of that water with Rise, who's going to pick up a little extra sustain. He's just going to kind of linger nearby. He's got the 2 points in Ignite, which is more of their reliable damage, of course. Plus the slow doesn't hurt too shabby either. But floating around the mid lane is J4. Wants to try to add more pressure here on Arise. Hasn't really left the mid lane yet since the recent engagement. And, well, look at that. Lina, all of a sudden, her hair's on fire.
Gyrath versus the Ogre. Ogre
Oh,
just wasted a smoke gank too.
went to try to go in here on J4. J4 is a pretty squishy Skywrath mage, but you don't really have the burst potential yet to take him down. And they'll just kind of move on back.
They probably wanted to make a play on Lina, but instead the Skywrath is helping mid lane, so very unfortunate.
So now it's been a one-on-one for quite a while between Hane and Cheshire Cat in this top lane. Cheshire Cat's trying to bring back farm, but he's only 2-1. He's not getting any. Wow. Having a real hard time.
Jakiro and Jakiro off lane compared to a Legion Commander. You can get your levels as Legion Commander, but you're not going to get CS.
Mask of Madness grabbed by
Super
Hane.
greedy. Yeah.
Yeah, it works for Medusa. one of the few heroes that you can kind of get away with this. Her and Faceless Void, you pop out your ultimates, and it's really hard as it is for the enemies to engage on you. So you could take advantage of all the benefits from Mask of Madness without really suffering too many of the consequences. But Cheshire Cat might suffer a big consequence being a little too far, and a quick rotation over from Arise with that haste rune, and they are going to be able to take him down again. So that's the second time now Legion Commander's been picked off. They're not done yet. They want Dazzle. Dazzle has Grave. Can he get it off in time? He can, but this might be just delaying the inevitable. But rotations are coming in from the rest of the Power Rangers. Go Power Rangers as J4 does show up. He hides in the corner, but that's not going to hide from Arise. Arise, big damage to Laguna Blade. They do take down the Templar Assassin. A 1-for-1 trade that benefits PR. They want more. Crit gets himself locked into a corner, and they should be able to take down the support. Cheshire Cat able to come back. He can't get the kill. Would have loved to get a hold of that after he's been in Strug City before that point. But still, a benefit for PR coming out on top of that engagement. They do rotate over the Lena, but I think it's well worth it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And then played too aggressive after the Grave. Didn't see the Lena coming in rotation. Nice rotation, just walking there, not TPing, showing himself. So the Skywrath came as well, and carrying 2 kills, I would think, for 1 or 2 for 2. But still, it's for your mid TA that's supposed to be creating the space around the map. But I think it's in PR's favor. Anti-mage, well, if you think about this anti-mage, he's going to be going for, obviously, he's always going to go for the greedy build and get the Battle Fury. Is he going to get the Lads afterwards, what we've seen, or is he going to get the Manta afterwards? And, well, Hani, did they stack the Ancients? Yes, they did. I guess he's going to go down here and let the Witch Doctor get some levels, get it 6.
Wow, wow, wow. He'll move on in. He does now have a level in his ultimate. Still no Mystic Snake. He's not about that, reptile life apparently, and instead is just going to use the advantage of his split shot plus Mask of Madness and really do some damage from the high ground. He is bringing in some really nice farm for himself at about 6932 CS. Just behind him is that anti-mage still trying to get his own farm accelerator in that Battle Fury. Went with power treads and still holding that ring. Should be able to get that first Claymore relatively soon. But meanwhile, mid lane, with no mana to work with, Lena eating big harassment for now. Does decide to bottle up. Arise will not pursue that any further. And the 10-minute runes pop up. It was going to be a haste that's picked up from Ogre on the bottom. That leaves the bounty at top. And they're both racing towards it, but ultimately Lena is going to win that race and quickly grabs it, but coming in from behind. Yeah, they're moving on in. He's got a duel, and he does it. Dual Skywrath Mage combo, Mystic Flare, but does eat a lot of the damage back because of the refraction that he gets off. Laguna Blade, though, comes in at the last second. Able to grab. Oh, see you later, crit. Pop.
No.
Goes down. Makes it a 2-for-1.
I do in her name.
Oh, bottom lane. No, nothing happened there.
Oh.
The problem is, Ani's still he's farming, but he's actually not helping his team. So it's just gonna be, what can they do? There was a nice rotation over. The one problem is he dueled, Cheshire Cat dueled before he pressed the attack or overwhelming on. So he didn't add anything, and then he dueled so late that the TA got the refractions also. That was a big misplay coming from him. Yeah, got the duel off a little bit sooner because the range of it says the range is really short, but it feels like it's from here to that ward right now. Basically, that range, that's what it feels like.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It looks like nothing. It looks like you have to be hugging him to get a duel off, but it doesn't feel like that, that's for sure. It feels like she's able to get in there, and once she starts triggering it, it's like the same way like this member is on Pudge.
Like this member from Pudge, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's like, it looks like it's like 800 range when you get it off finally. It's just the initial trigger period, and they can still kind of walk away, but they ultimately get locked down by it. So it can be a bit deceptive. I understand where you're coming from on that. Touching base on bottom, which has been relatively quiet. You know, this is a lane that has a lot of, well, fire with your Ignite plus Liquid Fire. They haven't really pushed the lane too far forward and really haven't done any damage yet on this tower, so yeah, it's a bit quiet for him, but Jakiro's blitzing forward towards his Euls, which is a huge pickup for Jakiro. You just simply throw him up in the air, land the easy ice path, and, well, now he's going to land an immediate death as, wow, that didn't take a whole lot of effort as a Mystic Flare and quickly burst down the dragon. Just as I was trying to complement his item progression, he just goes down like that, and Ogre has nothing but a few last prayers for his two-headed friend.
Yeah, they're just... The problem is that PR, they're making space there around the map. They're just going. While Fnatic, they're just trying to farm. They're like, okay, we're going to get Midas on TA. We're going to farm up as greedy as we can with Medusa. And we're going to say, okay, AM, You're the only carry, maybe possibly, you know, semi-carry with the Lina and Legion later, but Legion got shut down so hard that it might not happen. So we're just gonna play as greedy as we want, and then we're gonna take it to you at the late game because we're gonna have dire side advantage, and we can handle your split pushing AM.
Oh, Lena's got a blink. She wants to use it. She's smoked up. She's ablazing. Not just her hair. She moves on through.
Yeah,
Love
blink
the
dagger.
Yeah, she wants to go right on Medusa. Concussive shot slows her down. There's Witch Doctor. Immediately pulls out the Restoration, but I don't think that's going to be enough. They'd love to get in there and get a duel off if possible, but man, that cask is really doing some work on slowing their roll. They can't quite catch up, and they ultimately might have to let him go as TA comes in to crash their party, and they can't get the gank off. And nice save there from the Witch Doctor to come on in and hold them. Man, and Rise also grabbing his own Midas, going for a more greedy kind of a build on the Templar Assassin.
Yeah, that's just being in the perfect position, perfect time, saving your carry.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. Sometimes you can chop it up to luck. Sometimes you chop it up to skill. You're just thinking, okay, well they might be ganking here. They might not. Might as well just go. But oh, mid lane.
Oh, that was a 1-2 punch right there. Lena very frustrated from the unsuccessful gank on top, just takes it out on Jakiro in the mid lane.
Dire's
And he goes
middle
down
Well, we
again.
know
is
who
under
the
attack.
fire boss is.
There's a lot of fire in
And
this
Rise.
game.
Oh,
Whoa! Quick jump to the high ground. Quick reaction is going to prevent Templar Assassin from opening up there on Lena, knowing that she probably didn't have a whole lot of mana to work with, just previously unloading really on that Jakiro. So she pulls all the way back to the base, will restore up. And this is leaving a lot of solo time for this Ogre to farm up on the bottom lane. He's level 6 now, but now he might be dead. They jump in. Ooh, nice multi there. Catches on AM. He decides to pull back. I think they could have committed for that one with a shallow grave backup, but maybe they're worrying about the rotations to come on in. Meanwhile, Legion Commander goes down on the top and actually falls to the Witch Doctor, who takes advantage of his first death ward of the game.
Yeah, I was looking bottom side. Sadly, didn't get to that. They don't have a fortify now, so this tower tops might get denied. No, it's dead.
It goes down. Lena's not going to be there to pull out the deny, and it's Hani who does benefit from it. He's got sweet farm. Now he's got a Yasha and an Ogre club.
Yeah, is he playing Sanjin, Yasha, or BKB?
I don't know if
against their lineup, you need a BKB, but I don't know if you need
bottom
this
tower is under attack.
I mean, I guess the BKB for Lena and Skywrath.
Skywrath, and then the anti-mage, but you still have to worry about duel.
I'm just going to say it's a BKB. I mean, I'm saying it's a reliable Yasha and a BKB build-up. Sanjin Yasha just doesn't seem something a Medusa would get. But then again, they're the pro player. I'm a caster. What do I know? So we'll find out eventually.
I don't disagree with the item. I just don't know if that's what they want to do, because they're looking to take this
Radiant's
later in the
middle
game.
tower
But
is
with the
under
BKB,
attack.
you're looking to fight
Radiant
kind of in the next 5
structures
minutes.
are
The Rise,
fortified.
though, they have blink on.
Radiant's
no, they still don't
middle
have blink
tower
on Cheshire
has
Cat.
been denied.
He just decided to go back for the treads. He had like 1,300 gold. Alright, Arise is just waiting.
He's waiting for the rune. They should capitalize on this, and they do. They jump in, they get the stun, they step forward. They're not even going to bother with the illusion. They're going to go for a duel, and wow, a slam of a Laguna right to the face, right to the kisser. Quickly takes them down, and that's going to be your first dual victory for Legion Commander, benefiting
Radiant's
from 10 bonus
bottom
damage.
tower
Desperately
is under
needs
attack.
that, and a whole lot more to get a hold of that Blink Dagger if she's ever going to see the day. Meanwhile, bottom, they finally start getting some licks in on this tier 1 tower. There's your liquid fire slowly building up as they rotate down here and maybe consider going for another kill, but Ogre's also lingering nearby.
Oh, wait.
And, they're making a go, and moving on in. They want Jakiro. They got the minus armor as well. Zoning Mystic Flare, not going to do a whole lot, but regardless, they still take him down. But a Death Ward drops. It's doing big damage, and it takes down Dazzle before he can even get anything off. He had everything available, but can't quite do it. And a multi to be there just for a little added insult to injury. Takes down the Legion Commander, but look who it is. It's Shaklo jumping on in. Lena able to clean house. They want to take another support. Boom! It's going to be the big Mana Void coming out from Anti-Mage that gets it done. Did ya? Picks up another kill. He already has his Battle Fury that he's been using for a little bit of extra farm, but now with a Blade of Alacrity on hand, if he wants that Yasha, he just about has it.
Yeah, that was a 3 for 2 right there. Coming out, I think Power Rangers a little bit ahead, but still, yeah, Anti-Mage, you can just, he went the greediest build he could on Hani. He's still gonna outfarm, the Anti-Mage is still gonna outfarm the Medusa. So it's just, what is this Mask of Madness going to do for you? You might have a BKB. Is it gonna be enough though? We'll see. Because they want to make something happen. They're going to be doing Roshan here, hopefully, quietly.
Liquid Fire makes it pretty easy to do.
Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, I was complaining about this. I think they should change that on Roshan. That's
You think it's too good?
too much on Roshan.
Yeah, well,
Look at that attack flow.
we'll take advantage of it for now. We're going to start laying out some heavy right clicks, and it's not going to take a whole lot of extra effort. Doesn't look like it's going to be contested. The only closest PR member is Dazzle, who's lingering nearby, not really being a part of editing it yet. Still taking advantage of the solo farm here on the bottom, and Hane farming in his own jungle as
Roshan
well.
has
So
fallen
things
to
going
down.
swimmingly right now, I'd say, for Fnatic, even though they're down on kills.
Dazzle
But
TP. Okay, they have. Oh, he has.
oh, big damage right there on Dazzle.
Dire's bottom
yeah, with that
tower is
invis
under
rune.
attack.
He's able to barely escape out from being barbecue.
I like that barbecue reference.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
everybody's getting roasted this game.
Oh, Yule's Mystic Flare on Honey, and yeah, there's
And,
probably the reason why you might want to consider a BKB on your Medusa, and that's sure enough
Dire's
a
bottom
BKB
tower
completed
has fallen.
in his stash right there.
Dire's
So
top tower is under attack.
he will have the benefit of that next go around, but for now he does get caught out. Oh, they also go on bottom. Man, oh man, they want the dragon. Can't quite overcommit. Rotation to come in. It's going to be your Witch Doctor. Immediately throws up the cast. There are creeps nearby though, but they get a nice Yule's lockdown on the ice path. Ditya also eats the cast
Dire's
right there at
top
the end, and
tower is
ultimately he
under
will be able to
attack.
blink away from that.
Radiant's
and,
middle tower
hustles
is
away
under
from
attack.
any further aggression that could be coming out from Fnatic.
Dire's
Alright,
bottom
so,
tower
yeah,
is under
Fnatic, they're
attack.
trying to get their window when Arise has his BKB, Medusa has her BKB, and then they're gonna try to force the issue before they just get split pushed by the anti-mage, because they realize that, okay, so if anti-mage gets maybe one or two more items, can't stop his constant split
Dire's
push
top
unless
tower
we get
is
maybe a
under
blink
attack.
and a BKB on Jakiro. They have nothing to deal with this anti-mage split push. So, okay, so it's like almost feels like an all-in situation what they're trying to do soon.
And for now, they are pressing very hard towards this bottom lane, feeling comfortable, and then being able to secure tier 1. PR are probably going to see this aggression come, and they'll just
Radiant's
go for their
bottom
own trade, I would
tower is
imagine,
under
towards
attack.
this mid-tier 1 tower.
Dire's
Probably
middle
see a
tower
tower for
is
tower,
under
though
attack.
we do have
Radiant
Ani and Ogre
structures
McGee
are fortified.
coming in from the
Radiant's bottom
LC
tower
side.
is under
Get a nice
Dire's
stun
middle
once.
tower has
They
fallen.
can't really follow up with anything
Radiant's
else after
bottom
that. It's
tower
not like
has
Hani's going to be able
fallen.
to move on in with a stone gaze and really lock anyone down. PR can just simply walk away after getting what they want. But same goes for Fnatic. They grab their own tower there on the bottom. Just touching base with your net worth chart. Nothing too significant in favor of PR for now. Nearly 2k. XP, about 2 to 3k range. Nothing too significant either as far as net worth. AM and Medusa are toe-to-toe right now at the top with Lina and TA. They're second in command. Both bringing
Dire's
in pretty
middle
good farm.
tower
Rise
is
almost
under
is near that
attack.
BKB. And for Lina, she went with the Yules, so extra mobility, move speed, and being able to secure a nice light strike array. They actually catch out Hani here. Hani does have BKB, but he's not opting to pop it just yet. He's silenced up, and now they're going to pursue. Oh yeah, you're not going anywhere, Skywrath Mage. He gets blown up with that level 2, or sorry, 2 times multicast. Throws out the Bloodlust there on Hani, and they get the quick support
Dire's
takeoff,
top
and
tower is
PR
under
quickly
attack.
eject out of there.
Yeah, just playing a little bit aggressive. It's kind of like, okay, well, we baited out TPs back there so we can go around the map and farm. So it's kind of like a trade-off for where, okay, we lost the Skyrath, but we made them all come back.
Dire's top
To
tower
defend the
is
tower.
under attack.
Fnatic feeling
So I
aggressive
think
here. They're going to clear out these woods, I would imagine, and put some aggressive wards down. You already see one over here. Just kind of zoning out this area, preventing PR from feeling very comfortable even in their own side, while they continue to try to find some farm for their AM, who's going to be their dark horse, I like to say. Cheshire Cat does have that Blink Dagger now, but no near opportunity to really take advantage of it just yet. Only has 1 dual victory still at about 21 minutes in. Not really the quota you want to have on your Legion Commander. Would love to bring in a little bit of
Dire's
extra
middle
right-click
tower
damage.
is under attack.
Mid lane is where we see Ditya, who we saw last game. This guy knows when it's the right time to go for the objectives. And he is adding pressure on this mid tier 2 tower. Quickly pulls back as the liquid fire comes in, but they're almost near the arms of Arise, who gets scouted out. They throw down the stun and just quickly step on out of there. So just in and out, in and out. That seems to be the motto of PR. They made it work last game. You might see more of the same this go around.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if the Lina goes for the Ags, so because they know that they have 2 BKBs, they can go through TA or the Medusa, or she's going to go for the Sheep Stick and try to catch them off before they go for the BKBs. My personal opinion, I don't know, I think I like Ags here.
Ags on.
What's
Sorry, I'm like.
Lena.
Yeah, Ags
'Cause
looks
it's
nice.
either
The
Ags or
problem I have with
Lena,
Ags
or she.
is now her Laguna Blade for now benefits from an Ancient Seal, but once she gets Ags, that benefit goes away. That's the problem.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
950 damage through a BKB
Radiant
though.
structures
I
are
know,
fortified.
but you're doing it on Medusa, who has a full mana shield still. I mean, it's
Dire's
heavy
top
burst,
tower
but
has
I mean,
fallen.
I understand because you're gonna have a couple of
Radiant's
BKB
bottom
holders
tower
as it is
under attack.
on their side. They're more important pickoffs that you want, so I could definitely see it that way as
Dire's
well.
top tower.
Had they been
Radiant's
more
bottom
centered
tower
around
has fallen.
maybe the amplify damage with maybe like an Elder
Dire's
Titan or
structures
something.
are
Yeah, they're making it go on
fortified.
top lane, by the way. This is the objective gaming that PR
Ani's
love
just
to
getting
do.
mana burned. This is not fun to watch.
Uh-oh,
Two
he's pretty
illusion.
low. And they quickly pull back, man. They are just so good. They're like the Muhammad Ali team right now, just going in, getting their pot shots, and they pull back, you know? Uh-oh. Not so lucky, those Skywrath Mage. They unload a Fiery Fury, and that is a rotisserie chicken if I've ever seen one. He just goes down and put him up on a plate. Quick work with him.
Oh no, did he? Okay,
Oh, that was AM is out for vengeance right now. Wow, blown up right there with the Mana Void to finish it and the cherry on top on that one.
Consider
And
thyself.
that's going to force Crit to
TP.
try to get away.
Stop.
Oh, God.
Do.
Oh, they got it. Nice grab. Oh, that was unnecessary. Lena, please.
Get away.
There are
He wants
children.
these kills. He needs to feed the children.
Think about the children. Well, it works out
This
to
ain't
their
no
benefit.
charity event. Actually, yeah, this is a charity event we're funding. So he's going for the eggs. Nice. But I don't know. It's a trade-off. Either you go for maybe a BKB. I don't see why you need it. Maybe Witch Doctor cast and Hero, but either you play aggressive or you play defensive.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. It works out in this case. I think it was just I recently came across a game where they went with like full amplification. They had a hold of a Skywrath Mage plus an Elder Titan, and I think they even had an E-Blade.
I once backtracked a Laguna Ags through BKB Void. That made somebody depressed.
Pretty good
I
hero, you know.
think. Somebody was depressed. Wasn't me. I was happy. I lived.
Well, we'll see if they look to make it work. You know, even on like especially the Templar Assassin, they bursted through. She only sports about 1,200 life right now, and with her BKB already complete, it looks like she's going to push forward into the standard Desolator. A little bit extra minus armor doesn't hurt too much, as she's almost complete her second Mythical Hammer as she farms out her own jungle. Meanwhile, lingering nearby, Tani's going to take away their Ancients, and it looked like it was a double stack. They benefit from that. Oh, Ditya comes in. Dang it! That was supposed to be mine. And we'll have to let it go. They put down the ward on the way out as well, it looks like, so they'll have that extra bit of vision, and it looks like Fnatic might kind of stroll themselves down this mid lane. Ani has the Manta complete, nearly 1,500 gold. Not too shabby on this Medusa. Not a whole lot of stats just yet. Not like your Scotty
Dire's
kind of a
bottom
build
tower is
so
under
far,
attack.
but looking to benefit from it. As we haven't really seen a Stone Gaze really come off this game yet.
Have we seen a Stone Gaze?
I don't think
there's.
so.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
They don't have a
now
great
it's
setup
one.
for it unless you know LC puts
It's not
herself in
even.
a bad
It's
duel.
level 1.
Dire's bottom
right
tower
now.
has fallen.
Holy cow!
Radiant's middle tower has
And
fallen.
they need to watch out. They should just go in on this. They need
Dire's
to-
top
Oh
tower
boy, look
is
who it
under
is.
attack.
Ditya.
Anne's gonna get the tower.
This is a run back
Like
from last game. This guy just knows the right time
Dire's
to just
top
make
tower
side push
has
happen.
fallen.
And he's going right for the racks. Big racks damage, and the rest of his team are trying to make Fnatic
Ani doing?
linger around. They're continuing to fight mid lane while their racks are going down. Power Rangers. Power Objective
Who needs your
Gaming.
base?
Holy
Who needs
moly.
base? And Deuce is gonna die.
Oh! Tetraket goes into a duel. Lives for now. Shalgrave is making him work
He
for
just
it.
got this.
Oh man, oh man. He's still alive. Oh, he's making it around the corner. Oh, he ultimately goes down there at the end of the death ward, but they were caught out in this mid lane for quite a while. The Medusa doesn't go down, but
Alright, Crit, it was nice knowing you. Maybe not.
oh, he's good. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Well, pops the BKB. AM is just flirting around right now. Moves past. Oof. Wants to open up the Mana Void on that Witch Doctor, but can't quite get the opportunity.
Dire's
And
middle
now we
tower
go in,
is
and
under
they're going to get a
attack.
tier 2. Man, oh man.
Dire's middle
So that
tower has
puts
fallen.
PR in a more comfortable position with this net worth lead at about 5K. And I got to tell you, man,
Dire's middle
Ditya,
tower
he is
is
a
under
split
attack.
push fiend.
Yeah, it's just the decision making isn't there right now for the enemy team. They're just getting outmaneuvered right now.
Haste.
And last game and this game. So it's just like they pushed too far forward, knowing that Anti-Mage is gonna go for the Rex, and then they knew they couldn't TP because Legion Commander can just duel them because they don't have Lincolns or anything to stop them. So it's he should have just masked Manus away, immediately TP'd. So that's basically them losing a Rax top and a tower for no reason, kind of like on Hani in my opinion.
Yep. Kids, you got to make sure you have those TPs on hand, especially in games like
He had
this.
one.
Yeah,
No, he had one. That's the problem.
But he got
Like,
caught out.
oh,
I mean, you got Duel, you got the other members just kind of making you work for it. So, I mean, it's not all about the TP. He's just unloading right here, but he might overstay his welcome. Whew. He's able to swiftly blink away from that one, and they can't quite pursue. They don't have a blink dagger on your TA to quite catch up and slow him down. No high mobility, really, at all on Fnatic, which is scary when you're going against a lineup where an AM is going to be coming and knocking at your back door.
Yeah, I talked about it briefly at the beginning. Like, they have no ways to stop the split push incoming. So I was like super surprised why they didn't either pick something better for mid, or to ban Anti-Mage.
Meanwhile, we see a tip by the Secret Shop. Skywrath Mage might be caught out here. He's taking a bit of a beating. Death Ward going to be dropped, but oh man, AM quickly cleans up the Witch Doctor, turns his sights now on Ogre. Ogre has no more mana. Sun's not going to catch, but it doesn't matter. They follow it up with a Mana Void. That's a double kill now for Ditya. And he is getting scarier and scarier. Now has just peaked at 20k net worth, while Hani is still trying to get towards 17k. He is farming down from the north. He gets a hold of a Demon Edge, and looked like he's going to try to build into some damage right now. I don't know if that's going to be the early makings of an MKB or if he's also going to go right for the Daedalus, but PR moved themselves right into the Roach Pit, and Fnatic are not near to contest this, and they're going to get a quick and easy Roach. PR are looking really good, and they're going to quickly wrap this up.
Roshan has fallen to
right
the
now,
Radiant.
Arise, he needs to get a Blink Dagger, and then he needs to get in there, and then team fights, and then they need to maybe farm up Jakiro with a Sheep Stick. That's basically their saving grace maybe this game. But then by the time then, Anti-Mage is going to probably have a Heart, then maybe a BKB or Abyssal Blade. So it's
man, he is so farmed. He's got the Butterfly already. He's got near 4k
how do they
gold.
kill him? They can kill him maybe once. I don't think they can kill him twice, even with.
But they're going to have to
HP.
expend everything, just to take him down the one time. Oh, Zoning Mystic Flare is not going to really do a whole lot as J4 might be caught out here. They're slowing him down with the trap, but a nice save right there from the Yules. Oh, he tries to stop him, but that does force out a BKB from Arise. Oh, and look who's coming in from the top.
Well worth.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Nice base you got here. And more TPs are going to be forced back because he's slowly bringing it down, but that's backdoor protection.
Crit's going to die here.
Meanwhile, down below, Crit gets left behind, and that's a free duel there for LC. Meanwhile, it's still AM dancing about. Man, oh man, and Fnatic are now realizing that they have to constantly be on the back foot. Ditya, with the benefit of an Aegis, is just going to go straight in and do as much damage as possible before he loses his first life. The Shallow Grave is going to hold him there and allow him to bring in a lot of extra healing. And he pulls back. He still has another couple of minutes to take advantage of this Aegis and be as cocky as he wants.
Yeah, they can't even lock him down because they have press the attack, and they have Yules for defensive purposes and Force Staff on Skywrath. You can't kill this Anti-Mage. You can't.
This is rough, and they're just constantly dancing from the top lane to the mid lane, and now they're looking to open up. Nice ice path, after the Yules. Oh, quick Shallow Grave will save the Lina for now, but Arise is on hot pursuit. Self-heal's going to lock him in place. Meanwhile, a jump-in duel takes out the Jakiro, and Lina is still alive right now. Dazzle putting in overtime, saving him out. Whoa, the zap from the side. That is your Agnum's Laguna going right to the face of Arise. Templar Assassin falls. Hani's going to be in trouble here. Big Mana Void takes him down to about a quarter life, but he's going to get quickly healed up. Crit pulling out the Voodoo Restoration and the Urn. Ditya's like, no problem. I'm just going to go for the Rax. I still have an Aegis to work with. No problem. Cheshire Cat opens up on top. They're going to go for a twofer right now as they get the second set of Rax and go for the top lane. He's still happy to fight.
Dire's top
Still got the
barracks
Aegis.
has
He
fallen.
wants to lose.
2 set of Racks down again for the second game straight. PR really taking it to this New Age Medusa kind of game,
Radiant's bottom
they're
tower
making it
is
work.
under
And I
attack.
think Fnatic are quickly regretting not getting a ban on AM when they went for this Medusa, because here you go, you're seeing the whole team crumble. And I think Fnatic realize that this is going to be coming out of their hands now, as they're just opening up on the last set of racks and looking to move on into
Dyer's
Megas.
bottom
No one
tower is
available
under
except
attack.
Jakiro and Hani. I think this is going to be the
Dyer's
end right
bottom
here.
tower has fallen.
Yeah, let's see a Stone Gaze. We haven't
Dyer's
seen a
bottom
Stone Gaze
barracks.
yet.
No Stone Gaze gaming from
Dyer's
Hani.
bottom
There it
barracks
is!
are under attack.
And they just look away like, that's okay, I don't even want to look at you anyways, you big ugly
Radiant's
mug.
bottom tower is under attack.
And they just finished what they started and get Megas. PR, man.
Dyer's
They
bottom
called in the
barracks
Giant
is-
Slayers,
the
but
Radiant now
they even
have
hold their
Mega
own
Boots.
against some of the second tier kind of a lineups with your Fnatic and Compass Gaming earlier.
Dyer's middle tower is
Back-to-back
under attack.
Medusa Slayers.
Radiant victory.
Game number 2 will conclude with PR coming out on top against Fnatic.
Yeah. Just well executed, split push, constant pressure. The enemy team just, I feel like they got completely outdrafted this game, and then they got even more outmaneuvered because they went a greedy build on TA, they went a greedy build on Dusa, and they knew they were trying to kind of take it later in the game, just so with maybe the help of the Roshans and stuff, but still it didn't pan out because they had no way to create space on the map really for Fnatic this game.
Yeah.
Felt like.
A big lack of mobility also, just they couldn't get a hold of the pesky AM, and they let it through. PR grabbed it, and they took full advantage of it, and they looked real damn good. So, you know, Power Rangers, what started today as I think 3-3, now have moved up to 5-3. They're looking pretty good. They've quickly escalated up to the 3rd position right now in the Summit 2 Europe, and for Fnatic, that puts them down to 2-6. They are in dire straits right now. I don't want to say that they're out of the running altogether yet, as there's still plenty of games to be played. The Europe division is very much stacked, but so is today's schedule. I mean, we have about 4 more games to go. I believe I got 1 more game with my handsome comrade right here, Mr. Ryu Boris, and that next game will be, as I bring up my schedule, it's going to be Fnatic going at it once again, and this time they will match up against Compass Gaming. So that will be coming up probably right now, as we've been behind pretty much all day. So why don't we go ahead, we'll throw it back to some music. Thank you so much for coming by and hanging out. If you like what you heard, you can catch me over on Twitter at CoddleGuy. This guy right here, catch him over on Ryu Boris Dota. It's hard to spell, I know. If you look at the title, you'll be able to see it right there. Thank you so much, folks. We'll be back in just a small moment.
See you guys soon.